4K, I'm Hydrogen Man. Okay, guys, I'm just making one of my morning smoothies today. And I gotta tell you, I've been making some pretty amazing ones here in Japan. And this one is gonna be pretty special, so I thought, okay, I'll share it with you guys. I've already started actually and put some stuff in here, but I'm gonna show you one of these ingredients that I found. It's just so awesome. Actually, I have a bunch of really special, beautiful ingredients. It's already in the smoothie, but I found a farmer, and oh my goodness, do they grow the most beautiful kale. And I got bags of it. But again, I really crunched them down in there. As you guys typically know how I do it. And so that's one of the ingredients going to be in there today. And then another special ingredient is one I found yesterday. And you're not going to believe the size of this thing. I couldn't believe the size of this thing. Do you have any idea what this is? This is celery. Look at this. It's just like half as tall as I am. This is crazy. And so anyway, I have this in the smoothie already also. I kind of got ahead of, already started making it. I thought, okay, I should share this with the viewers. So let's keep going with the next stuff. I already added green tea matcha already, and then I put natto. If you can see the brown fermented bean in there, which is amazing for your health. And let's just keep moving forward. Let me see, is this light better? It's just so you guys can see what I'm doing here. One thing that I've noticed a lot about the Japanese is they try to be very conserving. So they tend not to turn on lights a lot. They tend to let just whatever natural temperature is going on outside, at least in this town. Now I am in a, quote unquote poor town, but they don't turn on the AC here a lot. They don't turn on the heaters a lot. They really wait until you're just super cold, and they leave the windows open a lot, which actually I like. I like the open windows. I just show you the windows in this house. This house is so old, and I love the way they set up the windows. It's very different and interesting. So next ingredient I'm doing is some ginger. I think you guys know that there's amazing health benefits in regards to ginger. And what you're going to notice in this smoothie, one, very anti-parasitic as usual. A lot of fiber. I don't think people know enough about the science of fiber because it's so new. The Japanese have discovered some very interesting things about fiber from every single different fruit, vegetable. They're not all the same. So that's something that's very important to know. You can't just buy a fiber supplement. Sorry. I know that some people think that you can. Believe what you want to believe, but I go off the latest data. And so that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, now let's put in some other interesting ingredients. This one is prunes. I've been putting this in because I've been sharing the smoothie. And, people always seem to have issues with constipation, I've noticed. Well, a lot of people. And when I was younger and had a lot of my health issues, I did too. But I will tell you, since I've been changing my lifestyle and making these smoothies and drinking a lot of the hydrogen water, it's never been an issue. So let's see here. I'm going to put some prunes in there, high minerals, I believe high iron, and really good for your bowels, for moving your bowels. And I'm going to show you an ingredient that there's certain ingredients I've always wanted to put in my smoothies, and I love this one. Avocado. I found frozen avocado. Now this has really good fats, and this smoothie is going to be amazing, guys. But check this out. It's all cut up for me, real nice, and it really does bring a nice, quote-unquote, creamy flavor to the smoothie. I actually really like it. Always wanted to do it, never done it before. Splurging a little bit here. And these ingredients, I gotta tell you, the farmers and the soil and the mineral-rich ingredients are just something else, I just really appreciate it. I've kind of been wanting to take some footage or pictures of it because it's so surprising the way they do produce. Well, at least in these small towns. I don't know about the bigger towns in Japan actually, but what they do is they literally have like pictures of the farmers. I mean, it's almost like a relationship between who's making your food. Like for example, this is kind of a dumb example actually. What's a good example? I'm trying to think of a good example for you guys, but like if somebody builds an engine for cars, they literally have the name a lot of times, like the name of the person who did it, you know? Like really special, and you know, you quote unquote buy this real expensive car. By the way, I just put some pineapple. Pineapple has a real special enzyme, and so does the natural. And so those two enzymes are important to me, and they bring really good flavor. And so these farmers, they literally showing you, you know, they have so much, you know what it is? They have so much pride in the food that they're growing. And they really literally put their name on it and their picture, you know. And guys, I just put some mango in here now. And I mean, this is, well, maybe it's not going to blow your mind, but it's going to, it blows my mind. Here, let me show you what I'm going to add here. This is actually really cool. Hold on one second. Okay, let's see. Let's see if she made it. Oh, she did. Oh my goodness. This lady. I tell you, she is so sweet. Look what she made me. She made me fresh milk. This is bean milk. And she buys his beans again, locally, a farmer. This stuff has so many minerals, so much protein, so many nutrients. And I put this guy in here. And it just makes the smoothie taste that much better. I mean, this thing, I mean, to me, this thing is almost priceless. I mean, this thing is so, so delicious. This smoothie, I'm already, my mouth's already watering. Okay, I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I do. Okay, what's next? Well, I know I'm missing something. Oh, yes. I just went and got these because I ran out. And these gives the flavor, again, more creamy, anti-cancerous too. You should see the research on a lot of these ingredients for cancer and parasites. And that's some walnuts. Walnuts, I always like to have nuts in my smoothie. Again, rich minerals, really good nutrients, proteins, fibers. And the walnuts, they've literally done research on to be anti-cancerous. So is that milk, actually. And so is the green tea matcha. And so is the nuts. I mean, you might as well call this an anti-cancer smoothie. Okay, what's the next ingredient? It all depends. It all depends how much room I have. Let's see here. Running a little low on room. Let's go ahead and put this guy. I really love the carrots here. I think I gotta go. Oh, I forgot to show you this too. The lady has all these farmer friends, and look, this is full of vegetables. I've been using it for the smoothies every single day. And she sees me making these, and she's just literally just trying to be kind. And this is one of the things I love about Japan, guys. It's just, people just want to be kind. You know, it's like, for no reason, there's nothing, quote unquote, to gain. They just like to be kind. And then I kind of feel bad at some point, because I'm like, look, it's so good, you know, I'll go get ingredients and all this stuff. And she just doesn't stop. She keeps making the milk every single day for me. And hey, I am extremely grateful for it. I'm not sure exactly why she continues to do it, to be quite honest. But as long as she sees me making my smoothies, she continues to bring me vegetables. She's apparently she's kind of known around here for being extremely sweet and giving. And so one of the things that that happens quite regularly, I would say, gosh, almost daily. A lot of times it's actually multiple times a day, is people just come by all the time and they literally give her like produce, or they'll bring her some special catch from the ocean, or like, you know, special crabs or fish. I should show you some of the footage I have. I haven't released it all. And just because they say that she's so sweet to everybody and everybody just gives back, there's a lot of giving around here. And it's so sweet. And then she ends up with so much food. So a lot of times, I think, you know, she shares a lot of those vegetables with me because she sees me making these smoothies. In fact, she made me a special meal yesterday, and I requested a certain way because it's a meal where they do use sugar in a broth, and I told her I don't like to eat, you know, sugar, like processed sugar, and she's like, well, you know, it comes from like sugar cane or something. But I'm like, well, regardless, I don't like processed sugar. I like it when it's natural in food, and that's all based on science, data, and obviously going to be better for your health. So she made that meal yesterday for me without the sugar. And she thought it wasn't any good. She goes, it wasn't that good, right? And I'm like, hey, it was delicious. And she was like, really? It's just that she, you know, it's a custom Japanese food. So they're used to having it a certain way. So when I request things differently, they think I'm a little weird. They're always wanting to see what I'm doing around here. Like, what are you eating? What are you doing? You know, I don't know. A lot of the elderly around here get a kick out of it. And they just get a kick out of me always doing things a little differently than the average person. And so anyway, it's just been kind of fun and funny. And eventually I'll have to get my own place here. But I'll be a little sad to leave because I'm really, let's just say I'm enjoying it. Okay, so now, you know what? I'm going to show you guys, just for the heck of it, unless you guys don't want to see it. I don't think anybody's asking any questions today anyway. So, any health questions. I can show you guys how I'm doing my water, how I clean my water, obviously to the highest degree. I'm kind of picky about my water because I have to do this right now anyway. Because I got to come over here and grab my bananas. But this is... Ouch. Here's where I'm distilling my water. Now this is for people who buy a cheap distiller. I'm not a fan of these, but this is all I could get. This is not going to be enough. Just to clarify for people, this is not going to be enough. So what we got to do, or what I have to do, here, hold on a second. There's a tiny bit in here left. And I'm going to do the distillation process right now. So if you guys want to see how I clean my water when you don't have, quote unquote, the right equipment or even enough money to buy the right equipment. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this thing. And I'll show you the process. All right, guys, maybe you don't want to see it, I don't know. But if you want to see it, I'm going to do it. I mean, this is what I do literally every single morning. And this is what we do here. All right, so, well, this is my little routine. I created my own little crazy routine here. So I have a carbon filter, and they actually have a hydrofix too, because it's the #1 hydrogen machine in Japan. Everybody knows it's the best. This lady always, you should see this lady move too. She's an elderly lady, and it's incredible, her strength and her stamina. So first, in order to distill the water, I don't just grab tap water. I'm going to grab filtered water. This is just right through a carbon filter. Now this is not enough either. That's why the combination, okay? Clearly, that's not going to be enough. So hold on, let me go grab a container. Let's see here. Showing you guys how I do this here. This is actually more carbon filtered water. We'll pour that in there. So basically we're double filtering in different ways. You can find these cheap little distillers, I think on Alibaba for like 40, 60 bucks. Again, not the best, but I gotta say this thing is getting in the way. Sorry guys. And let's try to fill this thing up here. Water routine. Average person doesn't know that water filters definitely do not get everything out. And there's too much craziness in the water. You definitely want to get everything out. So it becomes a little bit of a hassle, but at the same time, if health is important to you, and water is important to you, well, this is the process. Okay, this thing is done, and this thing is probably empty. So let's keep filling that thing up. Sorry, this is a boring part of the video, but it's educational. Maybe I should be using 2 bottles. I actually just need a bigger bottle. There we go. That should be, well, good enough. They're using a lot of water here too. A lot of people don't know that the Japanese are really into their water and have a lot of interesting science about it, and minerals. Boy, they know a lot about minerals. And in fact, I'm even modifying some of my protocols a little bit because it's the things that I'm learning here. I mean, the people here, you should see these farmers, and we're talking like 98-year-old farmers. I mean, guys, that is tough labor. And they're doing it almost 100 years old. So yeah, I'm trying to see what I can learn from them. Okay, let's see if this thing filled up. Did it fill? Yes. Okay, so now there's no way I can actually carry this thing one-handed because it's full. Well, maybe I can if you guys want to see how I do this. So, boy, I got to be real steady. I'm carrying all this water. I'm about to go into what's called a tatami room where everything's like super clean and you want to spill nothing. Maybe this was a bad idea. Don't make a mess. All right, she's already been kind enough to let me use this room. All right, guys, let's see the process here. My silly process of getting clean water wherever I go. Well, the distillation will get all the viruses, bacteria, parasites out of the water. Normal carbon filter cannot do that. In fact, no water filter can do that. There's been claims though, and now there's been lawsuits from these against these water filtration companies. All right, so now that we got that going, I'm gonna hook this up. All right, there we go. Now I just start it up. And there we are. They'll start distilling the water. And it's not just distilling, obviously, normal water. It's distilling water that's already been filtered. And again, if you just distill it with that thing, it's not going to clean everything. And if you just filter it, it won't be enough either. So, well, anyway, back to making my smoothie, guys. Back to that again. Because, well, for one, I'm hungry. I went to, if you guys want to know what I did already. So I woke up, did my hydrogen water. Obviously super clean, both the super clean hydrogen and super clean water. Then I went to the hot springs. Oh, that was nice. And then I just came back to make my breakfast. And you know what? I forgot to grab something at the tatami room. Hold on a second. The whole reason I went too. Okay. You should see something. You guys can see what this lady also brought me. She sees I use bananas in the smoothies. Look at this. She brought me all these bananas because somebody gifted them to her or something. I'll tell you, the people around here are so nice. Everybody's gifting each other food. So much food around here. It's great. A lot of love, guys. A lot of love. You know, no matter what you believe, I always believe in kindness and love. So, hey, I really enjoy it. And when people are being nice, it's just so nice, you know, like Southern hospitality. But it's nicer when you get fed really good, healthy food on top of it all. Sometimes people are nice and they're like, okay, I'm gonna bake you a cake. I'm gonna deep fry some chicken for you. And it's like, yeah, but I can't eat that. I've eaten some things already here just because I wanted to be polite and not, you know, turn them down. But I gotta say, I don't know if I regret it or not regret it, but, you know, just trying to be nice and polite and all that good stuff. Okay, so now we're almost done with this smoothie. The question is, well, you guys didn't see how much I jam-packed this thing at first. But I'll tell you, the real question is, will this thing even blend? I am going to throw, because there's a little bit of room in there, I'm going to throw some of this special kale. I should show you this kale. I mean, not just this one, but I mean the bags they brought me. You should see the fridge. It's stuffed with them. Now it's a different refrigerator because this one is hers. She's letting me use one upstairs because these refrigerators are so small. Yeah, you can't fit everything in them. Well, not all the stuff that I'm doing, and on top of all the stuff that she has. All the people who bring her stuff, yeah, it just gets to be way too much. But like I said, a lot of love here. Okay, and this smoothie, oh my gosh. The level of different fibers, the level of minerals, the level of protein, and these special enzymes. I mean, I don't know how much more I could jam pack into this thing. Well, there we go. That's it. You can't fit any more in that. And you know what? It's probably going to be too thick, which means I'm going to have to add extra water in here. You'll see. I've made very similar smoothies lately. I've been making a lot of these. But these new fresh vegetables with the new celery, oh, that was so great. Okay. Well, the real question is, guys, do you think it's going to blend? Why don't you guys make a comment and guess? Because I'm not actually sure on this one. I did this one a little differently, and who knows. Now, I'm putting some hydrogen water in here now because I'm out of the tonyu. Tonyu is that bean milk. So, hey, let's try some hydrogen water. They had it. Let's just try that. All right. Let's go with that. Go with that. Well, here. I gotta put this away again. This, I could not believe I found it. Special farmer growing celery, because you don't find celery around here. This thing was so big. You should see it in the bag. It was like, I've never seen celery like this, well, anywhere. I buy it regularly. Look how big this is. Like half my body almost. Okay. Crazy. Okay, I think that's about it, guys. Well, any comments? Anybody think this is going to actually blend? Honestly, I wouldn't doubt if it would start burning up the motor. I've been known to stress out these blenders, and they literally start smelling like they're burning. But I guess we're about to find out. Can you guys see? I guess you guys can see, right? There it is. I guess nobody seems to care. Nobody comments, so let's just see if it blends. Whoa, that did pretty good, actually. It sounds like it's straining a little bit. Let me give it a break for a second. I gotta stop it periodically. Oh, okay, give that a break again. Does that sound like it's gonna break to you guys? Am I gonna break this lady's blender? I'm gonna have to buy her new one. It's not even blending much, if you notice. What am I making? I'm making like probably one of the healthiest smoothies you'll ever see. I do it quite regularly. I think I've kind of, I don't want to say perfected the art of making a smoothie, but yeah, I've gotten pretty good at it after doing it for so many years. But let's see, I need to grab, hold on, I'm hold on. Something sounds a little off. Alright, hold on a second. I'm going to wash this glass. The reason that I'm washing the glass, even though it's already a clean glass, because, well, I guess I won't even say why. But I am a germaphobe, so I tend to wash things a lot. Alright, something sounded off on that smoothie. I'm going to maybe drain a little bit out of there and put some extra water to help it. But let's try it a few more times just in case. And let's try this. Yeah, it doesn't quite move at the top. burning a little bit. All right, well, let's drain a little bit out of here. Hold on. Holy cow. Let's see what it tastes like, right? Because who knows, but it's going to be thick. Oh, yeah. Well, oh, geez. You can just see that? Okay. Something that clearly wasn't blended just fell in there. And you know what? I mean, I got to put it back in the smoothie, so hold on a second. Let me grab a spoon. I'm not going to dig my hands through there, contaminate this whole thing. All right, let's see what fell in here. Well, looks like kale to me. Okay. I gotta set this spoon down on something clean. Hold on. Here's a dish. Okay, let's try it real quick. Okay, maybe it's terrible. Who knows? Let's see. Oh wow, so good. So good. Okay. Oh geez, did I just pour that chunk in there again? Gosh dang it. Now I am going to contaminate because I just drank out of it. But I have to put it back in because that thing needs to get blended. Wow. All right, let's add some more water to this because that's the only way it's going to work. Okay, here's my carbon distilled water, the cleanest water basically known to man. Okay. Well, we're about to find out if that's going to make a difference or not. So here we go. Here we go. Let's try that again. But the taste, oh, it's actually better than I expected. Way better, actually. All right, let's see what now I can see it moving much better. All right, let's see what it came out like now. See if we need to add any more water. Sometimes I have to add quite a bit of water because I had so many vegetables to this thing. Wow, in my opinion, honestly, that's still a little thick, but I'm happy with it. In fact, I'll show you a little health tip, little health secret. Here, check this out. I'm gonna grab, give me 1 second here. That is good. So if I take a jar, here's the health secret. I'm going to actually put a little bit of clean hydrogen water in it. Hold on a second. And we had just enough for that, so that's perfect. Then pour the smoothie in there. And voila. I can share this later, or I can drink it later. Put this in the fridge. On you. Okay. Let's see here. I'll tell you, I can never make room in her fridge. There's just like no room in this thing. Yikes. That is never going to work. Oh. What am I going to do, guys? This is ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to mess with her fridge so much, she's going to be like, what did you do? You guys want to see her fridge? Goodness gracious. I'd like to show it to you, but I got to say, nobody actually seems interested in seeing it, so that's fine. I'm just going to sit down and drink. I can answer some of your questions if you guys want. Otherwise, I can let you go. But I'm going to sit down and have my breakfast. Which is this guy. We can talk about health. We can talk about Japan. Talk about smoothies, whatever. Whatever your questions you guys have, I got a little bit of time. I am not kidding you. That is so delicious. And see, this is some of the stuff she was bringing me. It was covered. She brings me this produce all the time. It's honestly, it's super cool. So nice. And I don't have any room for this tripod, actually. Well, let me adjust it. Maybe it'd be easier. All right, guys. Well, like I said, if you had any final questions, actually, wait. I am gonna add some magic ingredients. If you guys want to see some of these magic ingredients, I've been doing some experimenting of my own with this, and you'll be shocked at the results. I'm actually shocked. I really gotta put this thing. There you go. You guys can see how beautiful this thing turned out. So here's a magic ingredient. I gotta add this thing. This is actually amazing. Like if you want to regulate your hormones, both men and women, and if you want to get, well, some muscles like really fast or increased testosterone, I did a video on this already showing the scientific medical data. Because, you know, if you guys watch my channel regularly, you know I'm a data guy. Oh, and you should see the way they make coffee here, this lady. Maybe I'll film that later. I already have it on camera, but I haven't posted it yet. But anyway, this stuff. This works synergistically with this smoothie, actually, and it's ionic boron. You'd think, why would boron give you higher testosterone levels? Naturally, by the way, you know, no steroids or any of this stuff. Oops, did I get enough in there? I think I did. And there we go. So, take that. I'm telling you, minerals, especially with the fiber and the hydrogen, they just all work beautifully together. And the things that I've been achieving, because I experiment on myself all the time, and it's been pretty wild. In fact, hold on one second. There we go. Move the chair back. I'll tell you, if I don't move things back. So I was like, what'd you do? What'd you do, hydrogen man? Like, I didn't do anything. Just move some stuff. That boron flavor is pretty strong though, but it's surprising how much it's improved. Like I gained, gosh, how much muscle did I gain? Literally in just like a few weeks. I mean, it's kind of incredible because if you guys already probably know this, I'm not a large guy. I got a very small build, you know, and so it's hard for me to get a lot of muscle on me, especially with a lot of the diet and things that I do, because I'm more focused on health than I am on trying to get ridiculously big. The truth is I don't want to be ridiculously big. I think it's ridiculous. It's uncomfortable too. And yeah, that's not my interest. My interest is absolute health, feeling my best, being limber, fitting into clothes that are normal, just stuff like that. All right, guys. Well, if anybody has any final questions, you can ask now. Otherwise, I guess I could let you go. Oh, I should show you some other stuff too. This old lady, I'll tell you, she just a jack of all trades. She's making her own plum wine, and she's also making her own strawberry wine. Like she's got all these wines. And by the way, they're like crazy delicious. Kimijo says, was doing testosterone on my eyelids for dry eyes. It worked, but made me so anxious. Well, see, this is, again, a natural way, you know, that could potentially help you. And so, like I said, it's just my opinion. I'm actually surprised how well it worked. I didn't think this would do what it's been doing, but there's so much evidence already scientifically. But a lot of people use, well, there's a lot of different things. Things have side effects, but this is very natural and I haven't seen any side effects as far as negative ones. So super awesome stuff. In fact, the other one I'm going to do right now is something very important. That's vitamin D. D3 with K2. And then, of course, it's going to work synergistically with the minerals that I have inside this smoothie. So I'm going to have a little bit of this. This one I'm going to put under my tongue. What would help adrenals? You may not like this, but for adrenals, obviously super clean water. I say super clean water because you'd be surprised what's in water that affects your adrenals. There's even a lot of pharmaceuticals in water. It's one of the reasons that I do such a heavily distilled process of cleaning the water. And then, of course, hydrogen. Hydrogen is hands down going to be super important for restoring the adrenals. Then I would lay off of anything, or at least minimize it, that affects your adrenals. Oh, hold on a second. I gotta see. I think the owner might be home, and if she is, I can't take over her like this. So hold on a second. Oh yeah, she's home, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching, but I gotta start picking up. All right, guys. All right, till next time, huh?